The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most iconic and mysterious events in the Bible. But who was Noah? What was the world like before the flood? How did he build the ark? And what happened to Noah and his family after the waters receded? In the days of Noah, the world was corrupt and filled with violence. Humanity had strayed far from God's path, indulging in wickedness, immorality, and evil thoughts continually. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. Genesis 6:5. The earth was no longer a place of righteousness, but a land of selfishness, idolatry, and cruelty. God, who had once declared creation very good, was now grieved at the state of humanity. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, for I regret that I have made them." Genesis 6:7. The world had become so corrupt that it had to be purged. Yet, amidst the darkness, one man stood out. Noah was described as a righteous and blameless man in his generation. Unlike the world around him, he walked faithfully with God. Genesis 6:9. Because of his faithfulness, God chose Noah to be the savior of humanity's future. God told Noah, "Make yourself an ark of cypress wood. I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens." Genesis 6:14-17. The ark was to be massive, about 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. It would have 3 decks and would be coated inside and out with pitch to make it waterproof. Noah obeyed without question. For years, some say over a century, Noah labored to construct the ark while the world around him mocked him. People laughed at him. They ignored his warnings of a coming judgment. But Noah remained steadfast. Despite being surrounded by wickedness, corruption, and disbelief, Noah trusted God completely. As the ark neared completion, God commanded Noah to gather the animals. 2 of every kind, male and female. 7 pairs of clean animals for sacrifice. Enough food for his family and the creatures. At the appointed time, the animals came to Noah, a miraculous event, proving God's divine power. The flood begins. The door is shut. God himself sealed the ark's door, Genesis 7:16, ensuring Noah and his family were safe inside. Then, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, the heavens opened and the earth erupted with fountains of water. The rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. Water covered the entire earth, even submerging mountains. Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died, Genesis 7:22. The once mighty cities, forests, and mountains were swallowed by the flood. Only Noah, his family, and the animals remained alive. After 150 days, the floodwaters began to recede. The ark came to rest on Mount Ararat. To check if the land was dry, Noah sent a raven, which kept flying back and forth, a dove, which returned with an olive leaf. This was a sign that the earth was recovering. When Noah removed the covering from the ark, he saw dry land. As soon as he stepped onto dry land, Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices to thank God. God, pleased with Noah's faith, made a covenant. "Never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done." Genesis 8:21. God placed a rainbow in the sky as a symbol of his everlasting covenant with mankind. "Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant." Genesis 9:16. This marked a fresh start for humanity. Noah lived 350 years after the flood, witnessing the rebirth of civilization. He had 3 sons: Shem, ancestor of Israel; Ham, whose descendants spread to Africa and Canaan; Japheth, father of many European and Asian nations. But even after the flood, sin returned to the earth. The lesson? Human nature had not changed, but God's grace and patience remained. The story of Noah teaches us timeless lessons. Faithfulness matters. Noah obeyed God even when the world rejected him. God is just. He punishes sin, but also provides salvation. God's promises endure. The rainbow is a reminder of His mercy and love. A fresh start is possible. God offers redemption and hope even after judgment. The ark was a vessel of salvation. And in a world that often seems dark, God still offers a way of escape. For more Bible content, remember to subscribe, like and turn on your notification bell.